If you're planning to take a beach vacation with your dog, is Virginia Beach going to be a good fit for you? I will say over the years, I have taken my dogs many times to Virginia Beach and I love taking them there. They are very dog friendly. They're very dog accommodating. It's going to be a really good, fun trip for you. But you do have to know that they do not allow dogs year round at the beach. During those high volume peak months in the summer, it's really hot. There's a lot of people, and so for safety reasons, they don't allow dogs on the beach just because it's kind of pure chaos in the summer and they want to keep your dogs protected. They want to keep people protected. They don't want any issues happening, and it's going to be really hot for your dog. So you want to make sure that you check those dates. Go to the Board of Tourism and check them before you book your trip. Now, that in mind, there's lots to do at Virginia Beach. I have a great time taking my dogs. We love swimming in the water and playing in the sand, walking down the boardwalk. And I will say they have a lot of hotels that are dog friendly, and there's different levels of how friendly they are toward dogs and how accommodating they are toward dogs. So when I talk about these hotels, and you'll see some reviews on my channel as well, I talk about the ones that are dog friendly and the ones that are dog accommodating. Those are not the same things. Dog friendly means they are welcoming to dogs. They allow dogs to be on the property. Dog accommodating means they are well suited and laid out and comfortable for your visit with your dog. And not all of these hotels are both dog friendly and dog accommodating. So you have to do your research before you book things. Make sure you're paying attention to their websites and looking for reviews here on my channel and with other people who are traveling and giving this information as well. So you want to make sure that you are paying attention to that, because some of these hotels sound very dog friendly and are very dog friendly, but are not super dog accommodating. And so there are some I would choose over others. And the ones that tend to be more dog accommodating, more functional for your dogs, tend to be the ones that are less dog friendly, meaning they'll allow your dog there, but they don't really love that you're bringing your dog there. So just do your research, make the best decisions for you as you are traveling to Virginia Beach. And depending on the hotel that you stay at, you're going to have access to different things. Most of these hotels have some grassy areas between the hotel and the boardwalk to go out to the beach, and you'll be able to walk your dogs there. Some of them are cleaner than others. Some of them are not cleaned very well. Some people do not take care of their dogs. And all these hotels have the boardwalk to cross to get over to the beach. So you're in a hotel, oceanfront, if you're staying in one of the oceanfront places, then you just go outside of your hotel, walk across the boardwalk. They have a bike path, and then they've got the boardwalk for people to walk on. And then you can go out to the beach. The beach is wide open, tons of space. You are not walking through like dunes. It's not a very long walk. So you can very easily see the beach from your hotel. You can very easily see the beach from your boardwalk as you're walking through. And all of them have nice stairs, and most of them have accessibility ramps as well, so you can go down to the beach. The sand is very clean. They clean it every morning, which is fantastic. You will see that there's some people who camp out on the beach, who camp out on the boardwalk. Those people are usually not an issue, and you can just kind of go out to the beach. It's very safe. I take my dogs out on the beach to go to the bathroom at night, like late at night in the dark. It is fairly well lit as long as you're staying close to the boardwalk area, and I feel very safe. There's lots of people around. There's lots of people walking. I don't mind going out at the nighttime by myself to walk my dogs, or with my group of people to walk my dogs. So it is a pretty safe environment to be in. I don't really feel threatened at any point. And so if you are traveling with your dog, you can still take them out. You may want to bring flashlights with you. I do recommend bringing flashlights with you because it does, of course, get dark. They do have the lighting on the boardwalk, but even to get from like the hotel to the boardwalk to get to the sand, some of that area can be kind of dark, and when people don't clean up after the dogs, that could be a bit of an issue. So I like to bring flashlights with me, and I would recommend that you bring them as well. You do need to bring your own products to clean up after your dogs, but some of the hotels do actually have poop bag dispensers. So depending on what hotels you're staying at and how dog accommodating or dog friendly they are, they will have those for you to use. Some of them do not. So do not plan on them being at your hotel. If you have them, then by all means go ahead and use them. And I will say the beach itself is fantastic for being able to maintain the cleanness of the sand and of the beach. They have trash cans by every staircase leading to the beach. They actively and proactively are putting lots and lots, not a little, trash cans out everywhere up close to the boardwalk so that it's easy for you to throw those poop bags or any trash away. There's no reason for people to be leaving things because it is a very short walk from the beach to those trash cans. So it's very, very easy to keep the place clean. Now, they have lots of fun things to do at the beach. I personally love the King Neptune statue. It is so fun and so cool, and it's huge. It is just the biggest statue, and it just towers over people. It's especially fun to see first thing in the morning. So during sunrise, the golden glow of the sun wraps around it and gives you great pictures and great videos, especially if you're taking your dog out to take photos. That is when I recommend doing it. It's going to have less people because it's early in the morning and it's not going to be crowded. You can set your phone down, put it on a tripod. You can get somebody to take photos for you. It's so nice. You do want to be aware that at nighttime, they do have a spotlight shining on the King Neptune statue, and his eyes are gold, so they glow. And so that might freak your dog out a little bit, but none of my dogs, I've taken all of my dogs that I have had as an adult. My girls that I lost at the beginning of the year, they were 13. They have been there. They had no issues with the statue. My brand new puppies, no issue with the statue. The only thing that ever was a possible oh, what's that moment for my dogs was the glowing eyes at night, because none of us knew that that was happening. And when we walked by, all of a sudden we have the glowing lights. So if your dog is a little skittish, maybe avoid the statue late at night when it's going to shine. But other than that, my dogs have no issue with it. Your dogs may be concerned, so go slow with it. But it's such a cool statue. I cannot say enough cool things about that. It's a good one. You also want to make sure you're paying attention to where you can eat. There's lots of places that you can eat right off of the boardwalk. So if you're walking along, you can kind of peel off into some of those hotels. They have things attached to them. They have things in them. They have things that are outside. You can get there's a Dairy Queen that you can go to if you need something fast or something cool to eat. There are actual restaurants you can go and sit down on. There's lots of restaurants with patios. In one of my other videos, I was talking about the Belvedere, which is inside of the Moxie Hotel, and they're one of my favorite restaurants to eat at Virginia Beach. My family always makes an effort to go for breakfast or for lunch because they're not a full day diner. But it is just a great food. You can sit outside, you can sit inside, you can sit in the lobby of the hotel, which is designed to be social, even if you were not staying at that hotel, and is really freaking cool to see. There's a lot of opportunities for you to access, pools. A lot of the hotels have pools outside that you can visit. There's lots of games, lots of fun things to do. Different times of the year, they have different activities. My family loves to go when they have some of the different activities. One of the fun ones that I've seen is like a sandcastle competition where people are building sandcastles and sand sculptures, and they tent the whole area off. And you can see these massive, really cool sand sculptures. They've got art shows and craft fairs and all sorts of things. I once went, I was just thinking about that. It was really fun. There was one time when there was some kind of big vendor event. I don't even know what it was, but you could walk through. It was a giant craft fair, farmer's market, brands and companies were there giving away swag and free things. It was some kind of event. There were musicians. There's a lot that goes on in Virginia Beach. And if you go during the holiday season at the end of the year, they have a light display that's many, many blocks of the boardwalk. So come right as the sun is kind of going down and starting to get dark, the boardwalk shuts down for that duration of those blocks, and people can drive down the boardwalk and look at the lights. But if you are staying there and you're there at at a hotel there, or you're going to be near the boardwalk at that time, if you go before it officially opens, so I don't know the exact time. Let's say it's 6 o'clock. If you go at 5:30, you can walk through until they close at 6. And then right at when they are going to open, they will kick everybody off. You do not get to walk on the boardwalk. You do not get to walk on the bike path. You may not be there. So that the cars can go through and there's no issues. But you can walk through if you go really, really early. You can't make the entire thing, but you can make a pretty good part of it. And it's a really fun experience for your dogs to walk through the lights. I loved taking my dogs. It was great. So Virginia Beach, very dog friendly, lots of fun things to do. They do have those days that your dogs are not going to be allowed on the beach. So do your research before you go. It can get cold in the winter months. I have had opportunities when I've gone in the winter where it's been tolerable and okay. And I've kind of gotten in the water, not really gotten in the water, but up to my mid-calf, my dogs have gotten their paws in. And there have been times where I was in winter coats freezing. It was so cold. So just be mindful of the weather if you're going in the colder months. Be aware that it is very warm in the summer months. You want to make sure you're protecting your dog's eyes and your dog's feet on the sand. If it burns you, it's going to burn them. You know the drill with this. And so you want to make sure that you are ready and accommodating that trip. The boardwalk is extremely long. So if you have a young puppy or a young dog, if you have a dog with any hip issues or leg issues, if you have a senior dog, I do recommend bringing a dog stroller with you so that they can walk as far as they can without hurting themselves, and you can pop them in the stroller and keep going, bring them back so that you don't have any issues or trouble with your puppies who cannot make it all the way down the boardwalk if that's what you're going to do. But be aware, there's a lot of walking if you're going to go down the boardwalk. There's a ton of stuff to do. And also, if you leave the hotel section and go beyond that to the streets, there are tons of beachy shops. So there's lots of stores that you can go visit. There's lots of food places that you can visit within walking distance. There's lots of just like the cute little beach shops for swag and for saltwater taffy and to get hermit crabs if you like pets. And there's all sorts of things that you can be doing that's very much within walking distance, but there's also places that you can be driving. It's really easy for you, if you are traveling to one of these hotels, to just pop out to Trader Joe's or to Target or to Walmart and get anything you might have forgotten or that you didn't want to bring on the trip with you. If you flew in, you want to, pop out to get something, you can do that too. If you've got a rental car, if you take an Uber or something like that. It is important to know that you are near an airfield, and so you will be hearing planes go overhead as you are staying at the beach. So if your dog is incredibly frightened of very loud noises, may not be the best fit for you, but it's, as someone who is there a lot, I do not mind it. It's not something that has hindered me sleeping. It's not something that has upset my puppies. It's not something that has caused any issues for me, but just be aware sometimes you may hear planes going overhead. And you will see a lot of, especially in the summer months, you're going to see a lot of like planes flying by with banners, and you're going to see parasailing, and which, by the way, is so much fun at Virginia Beach. I did that a few years ago. Elite, cannot say enough good things. But they have, the ability to go out on dolphin watches and whale watches and all of those things. So this is a very, very inclusive beach for that traditional beach theme. You cannot take your dogs to everything. So if you want to go and do things like going to the shows or going to see the dolphins or whale watch or whatever it is, a lot of those do not accommodate dogs. So know that going into it and understand your plan for leaving your dog in the hotel, how you're going to watch them, if you want to take like a camera to check on them, all those things. And of course, be a responsible person as you were going to the beach, leaving your dog in a hotel, taking your dog out to the beach, cleaning up after your dog, being mindful of your pup, making sure that they are calm and comfortable and well assimilated before you go leaving them anywhere. But it's very, very easy to take your pets to this beach. And if you are more local and you just want to go in for a day trip, there's lots of space. If you're just going in for a day trip, there's a parking lot right next to the King Neptune statue. It's like right across the street from it. And I think it's related to that, or it's got something similar of the name. It's like $20 to park your car for the day. They also have options for leaving it overnight, and they've got people up in like a little crow's nest watching to make sure everything is safe. So it's not even like you're just leaving and hoping for the best that nobody breaks in. There's literally people watching your vehicles. So there's lots of options for you to go and just visit for the day as well. It's fun for a day trip. It's fun to spend a couple of days. If you're going to really have a good beach experience, I would recommend spending a couple of days there at the beach, just because it's going to take a minute for your dog to get used to the beach and then exploring and having some fun and then feeling comfortable enough to go do the fun beachy things with your dogs. And if you are being very aware of your dog's schedule, it might take you as the humans a little bit longer to go do everything that you want to do. So you may want to plan a little bit of extra time in there. I love staying there. I'd live there. I think it's great. I love Virginia Beach. I can't say enough good things. But you have to, do your research before you go. If you got questions on Virginia Beach, go ahead and let me know. I am somebody who loves to go visit. I'm somebody who loves to get you answers as well. So let me know what you want in terms of how much information you're looking for on different hotels, on different things that you can do with your dogs in Virginia Beach or any of the beaches, because your girl loves to travel and take her puppies. And we are making sure that we are helping you as you're traveling with your pups. We give you information on training your dogs for those car rides, for traveling with you, for their manners in the car, for which hotels are going to be dog friendly versus dog accommodating. We're talking about how you can thrive at the beach, what they need to be wearing harness-wise and leash-wise and safety-wise and all those things as you're traveling, especially around the beach. So drop those questions as we continue to drop daily videos helping you navigate the world of being a dog parent. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes.